Hello, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time to this mess. Today, I'm hunting those two very annoying badges, or one very annoying badge, and one that may or may not be also very annoying. In case you don't remember what they are, I'm hunting the HP plus from the Dobons, and I'm hunting a power jump from normal Goombas. So to do that, let me get to the first grinding spot, or hunting spot, for the dry bones. I'll see you there. Now, you might be thinking, what do you mean by see you there when it was just the next room over? I meant that because I had to go reset the enemies. Because, you know, they don't spawn until you leave the area and come back. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the next however long it takes until the HP plus drops. Now, I will let you all know, I will be extremely mad if item hog drops. Because, you know, these guys do have the chance of dropping them. You know, when nothing... Oh hey, Sprite Powder. That's how it's going before I've seen that drop. And, well, if nothing drops, then I'm just gonna return to the tide screen and start it all again. Which is fantastic. But you know, I've done worse grinds than this. So, to make this more interesting, I have added a timer for how long this takes. For this one. For Guma, I don't know if I'm going to also have this timer or if I swap to something else. Anyways. Oh no. I guess I would just keep grinding this for a little bit and then who knows. Ah, good old fright math. It might work on them, honestly. If it doesn't, then I could just use cubes and get rid of them all. Anyways, I'm not gonna bore you all in watching me do this over and over again. So I don't know. Well, I guess the every time, you know, I say I'm gonna hunt something and it just shows up 2 minutes Badgehog didn't. Badgehog. Animog didn't even show up. It just. Well, I guess I would kill the other one. Then go hunt Goombas then. Outside dang, it's whatever if I don't equip it. I want to need it on right now. God. This happened with Garatina. When it just happened so quickly, I have no idea how to react. So, while I'm walking over there, I was gonna wait until I, beat the chapter to say this, but during the intermission, I am allowing myself to choose a badge I can hunt. And originally I was going to do it for Power Smash, because one, that would allow me to actually say I hunted for it instead of, hey, I was given it. But now, maybe I should just do Optimog. Or maybe just allow myself to hunt 2 of them. Oh, actually, I don't need this timer anymore. But I guess it's my curse, honestly. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna leave it to show up after a while. But no, of course that doesn't happen. Also, I don't know where the best spot for Goomba, so I'll see about over here. And if it's not, then I'll go back to Petalburg. So I decided to check, and the unit, or comparing killing Goombas down on the ground and over at Petalburg. Here I kill two Goombas for 3 battles, and now I'm only talking about base Goombas, because the other 2, both Flying and Spike, cannot drop Power Jump. And compared to Petalburg, I get to kill 3 Goombas per 4 battles. Now, might probably, maybe be faster doing it that way. But that last battle is on a different screen and has all 3 of the Goombas. So, while it might be better to do it that way, it is, but I think faster doing it just underground. Maybe it would just even be faster just ignoring the Paragoomba. Find this one, slip through the bars and go into the one on the bottom. Oh no. I would check with that, then afterwards I would just bring out the good old timer again. My god, a sleepy sheep and a dry room. Amazing holds. Here comes back out the timer. And refresh it from last time. Alright. I guess I would see you when either I get power jump or a different badge shows up. Showing up because I only just realized this girl was holding a badge. Close Call Partner Edition. And it did drop. Big rip. Not that that even mattered because I had to hunt for a power jump, not close call partner. Since I have been failing quite a bit to get any sort of batch drop, because I've seen about 3 close call holds, but none of them dropped. I'm going to talk about a little of the some math, or not really math, about this. So I'm doing 2 fights. The top fight here and the fight down here, since I'm still trying for power jump. When I'm fighting 2 Goombas, 1 Paragoomba and 1 Spike Goomba over 2 battles. So I think generally the item priority goes to the first enemy you're fighting, and then it goes to the second one. I think. So even if, you know, the Goomba I'm fighting is in the second position, if the first enemy has a drop, I'll get the first enemy's drop rather than the Goomba's drop. Which may not be annoying. I have no idea that it's even happening. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's like, man, I really wish I had missed Meadows. I would have had 3 additional close calls at this point. Which I don't even know why I would want that many. Cause you know I'm still not planning on doing danger strats. I found out that these fights roughly take around 20 seconds per fight, really. And item hog is still just giving me the good drops of, you know, mushroom, power block, fire flower. I've been seeing fright mask a bit more, which I'm really happy to see. I love fright mask. I know it's the same as Fury's Gale Force, but fright mask better. Always, in my opinion. Also, I'm sorry if I sound any different from, like, a couple minutes ago. More or less decided to wake up from a nap because this type of hunt really makes me tired more than any other hunts I ever do. I guess for a reminder, since either I said it earlier or whatever, I don't remember, Power Jump has a 0.3% chance of dropping from a normal Goomba. So after all the checks go along, it's like all the checks for all the other items go along. It is still quite low. Well, actually, the base chance is 0.3%. Item hog, I think, increases it just a minimal amount to maybe 0.4 or 0.5. So definitely better luck than, you know, shiny hunting. But if you want the real mass of it, then you would have to give me a second to find the real mass. You know, once again, thanks. Really, all credit goes to JD for this because he is the one that has done big mass for this. Since I had to go on a little math trip, with item hog, and given that power jump is a random jump only, per kill of the Goomba, assuming I'm only finding one Goomba per battle, I would have roughly a 0.1% of it dropping because of how the random drops work with a single item hog. Now, if I was fighting a group of 4 Goombas, which is a impossible formation to fight, it would be increased to about 0.4%. And that's kind of the reason why I was able to get the HP plus so fast, because I was just fighting only dual bones. Or, you know, the close call that I got earlier was because I was fighting enemies that all had a chance of dropping close call, which increased the chance of it dropping. Unlike the GameCube version. This only happens in the Switch version. In the GameCube version, the drops were only determined based on the first enemy. But now in the Switch version, all drops are mixed in. Drops from all enemies are mixed in now. Because if it was only the first enemy, I would only be fighting the Goomba over here, at the top of the screen. Or even I would go to Petalburg and Petalburg Meadows and go between the screen that had the one Goomba, pair of Goomba, and the next screen that had all 3. And I must say, thank goodness for the Switch version adding some badge drops. Because some of the badge drops are linked to some of the more, I would say, important or good badges are linked to some really annoying this is what I get for talking and even thinking. Really annoying or... well, annoying to fight or annoying to get to enemies. It's like, really all the... I want to say post 80 to 90 floor. Oh, hey! That's the other badge that is common between all the Goombas. Okay. But the floor 80 and floor 90 enemies of the pit are, I would say, annoying to get to, but not really annoying to fight. Well, given that my completed save, I've done it multiple times, but that was with a really weird badge sets. But it's like, what was it? I think Jumpman, what you get from the Toxic Clouds, you had to fight them. You could only really get it in the GameCube version if it was the lead, but now any formation with them, even if you're fighting the bats, the swamp pyres, you can get. I don't remember what I saved. Well, But yeah, thank goodness for the Switch of increasing the chances for badges. It makes this grind better to do. Not too better, not 100% better to do on the Switch, but it makes it a bit more enjoyable. I think a bit more enjoyable. I would say a bit more enjoyable, but knowing me, now it's going to actually take to like 3.5 hours before maybe Power Jump appearing, or even just more close calls, because you know that's the only that can have a drop in Goombas. It is past the 5-hour mark of hunting for this one specific badge from these Goombas. I have gotten, or no, I haven't gotten, I have seen quite a few badge holds, but haven't really got that many badges from that. If only I had Miss Mouse, you know? I would have had way too many close calls that I have no use for. I also haven't seen any of the other two Goombas drops. I mean, sure, they share both versions of close call. But I haven't seen multi-bounce or soft stump from Parry Goomba and Spike Goomba, respectively. But you know, this sounds about right, you know. You waste, or not really waste, you do however long it was for a HP plus 7 minutes, I thought it was. I think it was. I don't remember. And then you spend the rest of your day and some of the next day, and maybe the day following for a power jump. I must say, thank goodness this game has this soft research is kind of built into the game. It is much faster than how my guaranteed hunts went, let me tell you. I did the close the game, reopen the game, wait for the intro or whatever. Saves more time, which I desperately need in this game. I really don't want it to take longer than I was going to say a certain time, but I have a feeling if I say it out loud, because I am that type of person, it's going to go past that amount of time. Like, you know, I said, oh man, Probably get around 3 hours, 30 minutes. I should have known that was not going to happen. Now at the 8-hour mark, you might have noticed that I've swapped back to Petal. I just wanted to see if my chances would be any better here instead of on the underground road port. Given that it's been like three-ish hours since last, it hasn't been any better. So I had brought up the sheets out again, and it's like, oh hey, power jump is not limited to only these Goombas. If I really feel desperate enough, which honestly it might be getting to that point, I can go to Pit of 100. Now, I don't remember if I said I wasn't going to, at least for the start, but really nothing's stopping me from going into the first 10 floors of Pit of 100, because, you know, the blue Goombas, or Gloombas, have... I think higher spawns in bigger encounters instead of just what, one Goomba every battle. And also they have a higher base chance of dropping at the power jump, 0.6% beating the 0.3% normal Goombas have. So I think I will try this area for just a bit longer, and if it does show up, then I'm going to a Pit of 100 to try to get it there. Well, now since that's been a little bit, welcome to, I guess, pre-hotel pit. I'm not completing this. If you play this game, you know the gist of it. 9-1 floors of battling, and every 10th floor is a reward. These blue regular Goombas are what we're looking for, but of course if anything else shops, I will take it. And now to just be bad because I want to super guard everything. Also, yes, I did decide to level up before coming here. I didn't want to go through that every reset. Yes, I am resetting this place. And I'm not sure, well, come on, see. I don't know how many of these encounters have just Goomba. Also, while I wasn't planning on doing it this earlier, I did rank up Goops. I did him instead of Goobella because, you know, Goobella gets like 4 attack because of head bonk. It's just like Boots. I don't want that. I guess really just how many things have Goombas and how many things do not have Goombas. Once I figure that out, I will. If it's only like the first 2 floors, then I might just reset from those. But if it's more, I will probably just run the whole 10 floors until I get it. From what it seems like 1 and 6 are guaranteed Goombas, or Gloomas, and the Glooma could spawn in any of the others, or it might be 1 and 2, and 6 and 7 for the Glooma spawns. So, while it can't spawn on those later floors, or the halfway mark, a little bit past the halfway mark, I think I'm just going to kill them on the first 2 floors and reset from there. So you know, I don't become very sad when those other enemies drop their badge. Yeah. Also, I'm well aware I don't need the style or do the stylish after every move, but I am 100% sure that the game has conditioned me from just doing it. Listen, I might have max star power, but that does not mean anything when I could just do the stylishes anyways, you know? Yep, nothing jumps, so I just want to start a free set from there now. I was going to do it so soon, but surprise appearance of the other badge, the Goombas can have Goombas instead of a close call, like once again talking Scott to me. Instead of close call like the normal Goombas can have, Goombas can have both versions of HP plus. That version of HP plus, the partner one, if I get it, I would not be putting it on because it's 6 BP. Which is understandable, but I'm not. Oh, see, there it is. No, I can't show the badges. I can't show you that it's 6 BP. Because, well, I guess now I just need to complete this all, unless I get a Wanderer. I'm sorry if you wanted to see how much BP it was, if you don't already know it by now. It's just, I have to keep it a secret of how many close calls I got from the regular Goombas. Makes me want to yak. Fantastic dialogue. Also, if you want to know just a little bit more about badge information, one of these two Spindos can drop Power Smash. The badge I really, really want. I doubt it would drop from them, but hey, you know, just gotta hope that it does. That's what I can do best, is just hoping for it to drop. Now see, this is the reason why this is the reason why the video gets cut all over the place. Because if I even am attempting to record this, my brain just like, oh, you can't play games well anymore. Which is a little annoying, but it's secretly funny. Well, I got the wrong power move. I was going to be like, oh, you know, it's like, these have been taking longer than just doing that Petal but Meadows or even on the ground. Because, you know, not every spawn is guaranteed to have a Goomba. But now I have Power Smash. However, that means I need to choose something else. Or I can just choose another Power Smash for intermission if I want. Yeah, it's also, I thought of just doing like the first 2 floors, and then I was like, nah, might as well just do them all of them, because you have no, well, I think it is documented somewhere about the spawns for the first 9 floors, so I'm not really too worried about it. If I because, you know, I think 1 and 6 is guaranteed to be at least a Goomba. But, you know, Power Smash. However, I will say, it was like, if Item Hog drops before Power Jump, I have to, that has to be said. I will be very, very sad and very mad at the same time. Because, you know, in that other save that I attempted doing this badge hunt, I couldn't get it to drop, and I don't remember how many hours I was doing it for. I think I have decided that it is probably not a good idea for me to hunt for power jump here. One, it's giving me kind of... It's like when I find a badge, I have to go and continue the whole thing and just get roughly 20 star points of experience. So I think I'm going to, and also it's giving me other badges that, you know, if I don't do it through here, I would be able to choose and hunt like Power Smash. So I think the best bet would probably be me going back to Petalburg and finding Gibbas over there, even though they have a lower chance of dropping it. It would make it so that I would only really get badges that have already gotten before, and or power jump, multi-bounce, or a soft stump from those Goombas. And I thought about showing the badges I have. I didn't get that many. Well, I really only showed off the 2 that I got from the pit, which was the HP plus partner and Power Smash. There were times when the Spinias, whatever they're called, had pretty lucky. And while it would have been cool if they had it, I would have been sad if it dropped. Because, you know, I was planning on doing a hunt, an additional hunt over getting another badge during the intermission, but one, with how long power jump is going for, and with me getting several other badges at this point, I might just skip choosing one. Because really the only other one that I would choose to hunt is Item Hog. And I probably shouldn't. In later chapters, well, maybe chapter 2, because I think there's like, hold on a second. There's 6 total badges in chapter 2. I'm not including anything from chapter 1 in that. And I already got HP plus, which is a drop that can happen in chapter 2, so that would take it down to 5. So what I'm probably going to do is, what I'm probably going to do is include chapter 1 with them, which, you know, it's kind of, it would give me another 2 chances for Item Hog, but it's like there's some other badges I would love to get from the chance wheel. Since I already showed off the since they showed the batch ops for those, or for chapter 1, I just kind of scroll through the rest. In chapter 2, when eventually I get to it, other than HP plus, which I've already gotten, there's Sleep Stomp, which can be gotten this chapter as well, but thankfully I didn't see it drop. FP Drain, FP plus, Quake Hammer, which is also a badge I would really love to see. HP plus, FP plus, Shrink Stomp. And I'm not counting repeats on the wheel. So I guess when I eventually get this power jump, I will yeah, do what I just said. You know how at a certain time of a grind where you're like, I don't think this exists at all. I've been thinking about that. It's like I don't think I can get power jump from these enemies, this Goomba. But then again, I have to think about it. I'm only fighting one of them in all these battles. No matter if it's just regular Goombas, or if I go to the pit, where I can fight the Gloombas. And I know there's other enemies I could drop it, but they're also all in the pit. And I think I'm just gonna stay away from that from now on. But anyways, I decided to look at the calculations for evasion, because I have quite a few close calls. In this game, if you have one close call, it will bring you, when you're in danger, your evasion will be about 1/3 of the time. I'm not going to talk about the math of it, but thanks to a handy guy called JD Acer, because he does all the things Paper Mario related. I've using the math that he had done, with the amount of badges I have, of only close calls, not including the other luck dodge badges, I have about, if I were to equip all of them and get into danger, I would have about a 95% chance to dodge. Now, that is quite a lot. It's like quite a huge chance of not getting hit. But it's still not theoretically perfect. Apparently, the perfect value for actually just not getting hit is like 52 close calls. Or you can be even cheaper and just use 17. It's like, I think if you have 52, it's practically zero, at 0% chance of you getting hit, while having 17 brings it to a very small chance. I didn't even look at how small it was. But I think if I get anywhere to like 99 evasion, I'm going to have to do danger strats. Maybe not even put on power rush. Maybe just have it on. So Mario just never gets hit. That would be very boring in my opinion, but hey, whatever makes a long fights, or especially annoying fights later on, better. Because you know, some fights later on, if I don't guard, I would get statused, and since I can't get any of the neither Feeling Fine badge, because those are just badges on the ground, if I mess up my guard, which I know I would do for an enemy, I would just be done for. And second, anyways, I wasn't expecting this time to be going till 12 hours, or nearing 12 hours. But then again, that's just the duality of my luck. I would get one that I need in like within an hour, and the other one takes half a day or longer. If I wanted to be nice to myself, I'd be like, okay, look, I already got one of the power badges. I could just swap it around, saying I had to get power jump during the intermission, and just use power smash as the BP items I said. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, also for Hooktail, as I was thinking about this, I'm not gonna use any of the badges I collected in the pit. So while I had Power Smash on, when I get to Hooktail, I have to take it off. Also can't use the partner HP plus, but I wasn't going to be having that on anyways. I could put on all the close calls I have, since I didn't get any in the pit. But oh no, I don't even know if I want to do that, honestly. Like, I keep jumping around the bush of it, and it's like, I don't want to tell you guys until I'm done with, or until I get power jump. But I mean, of course I would be showing like the badges I got, but I would be showing the badges I got when it's done. This hunt is done. But even though I was just like, oh, you know, I have like 95% dodge rate if I equip all of them, I have 8. Close call is a 0.3% chance of dropping. It is shared between all the 3 Goomba types, so of course it will drop more the any of the jumps. But it really does suck, you know. It sucks that I haven't seen a single either power jump, multi-bounce, or soft jump from any of these fights, really. And you want to know what the worst part is? I think I only have like one or two. Actually, I could just check. It's already at this point. Yeah, I have 2 partner close calls. Even though both partner and, well, normal close call and partner close call have the same chance of appearing, same chance of dropping. I've just been a little bit more lucky on getting base close call. And I really don't need all these close calls. Since I'm going to be badly hunting for like everything else, I might just sell off some of them. Because, you know, in this game, there's a badge cap of 100. There's a little funny glitch you can do with that if you cap the badges and whatnot. But I'm not doing that. I didn't even get anywhere close to that cap in my other save. But then again, I wasn't doing what I'm doing here. I wasn't hunting for 2 specific badges before I complete the chapter in that one. I was just like, let's just do a simpler version than what I'm doing here. Where I would just play through the game and hunt the badges I wanted to hunt, you know? Until, you know, I got stuck at trying to, once again, try to get Adamog. So, I don't remember how long it took it. I gave in until I just like, yes, give up. Don't. Which is strange because, you know, at that time I was also shiny hunting in the Pokemon games. And, you know, I didn't have the patience for this, but I had the patience for that, which is kind of weird. But then again, something about recording this makes me just like, hey, I need to keep following my rules for this, rather than just being like, yeah, well, because it's only really me that will see this, I could just do whatever I want to, which is great, but also not great. Great in terms that when I'm recording this and iron out the rules, I'm like, I keep into it. Because sometimes if I do a challenge thing or two, I might try to be like, I can get away with just doing this because it's just a me thing. No one else would know about it. Hey, another close call. I know I said this when I'm pretty sure I say this every time a badge shows up. If I had Miss Meadows, I would have had that badge, essentially. But when I eventually do get Miss Meadows, these fights would turn different. So with Miss Meadows' steal, it's either she steals from the enemy's hold table or the drop table. So if it's she can steal from the enemy's drop table, these fights are going to be me dumping all my FP out. And these fights, especially when I'm doing my hunting for badges before the chapter ends, I'd be like dumping all of my FP onto whatever I can to get said badge. But if it's only the hold table, then well, I would be able to steal any of the holds they have, especially if they're not holding it. Because that's how it works. It just chooses from that pool. If it doesn't get anything, it just gets a coin. I need to look upon that when I get Miss Mouse again. Well, when I get Miss Mouse in the save. I wasn't going to do anything about another close call dropping, but one, I have way too many of these at this point, and two, that was a consecutive drop. Like our partner just the enemy before, and then this one and then that one showed up. I think I might just have to go to Hooktail with both Mario and the partner in low HP. Just to never get hit. Okay, look. I know I said just open the bad page. Oh, look at all these close calls I have. Alright, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. 10 regular close calls. And 7 partner close calls. If I get any more, then I'm just going to have to not use them, really. It's like, I have to go in with at least power jump. I'm not even sure if I should even have Power Rush on, honestly. I mean, sure, increase my damage, but honestly, it's Hooktail. Why should I worry about it if it's Hooktail? It would just be funny going in with too much fade. was about to walk away from this enemy, but the hunt is done. The hunt. 15 hours. 15 hours and nearly 45 minutes. And the hunt is done. After getting however many close calls I have now. Ten close call for Mario. Or it would have had 11, but you know, I reset a save. Because, you know, I really don't need 11. And 7 partners close calls. Let's go.